Hey guys, and welcome to another video. And this one we're going to be going over the Ice Demon room. It's a pretty easy puzzle slash boss room, but I guess it needed a guide because my old one is out of date and not really accurate at all. So for this boss, it's beneficial to have a tinderbox. Obviously, it's actually required to have a tinderbox. If you don't have one, if nobody brought it in with with you in the raid, that's not a big deal. As long as you had a scavenger room prior to this room, then you can go ahead and kill those for a tinderbox. Also, while you're doing that, it's beneficial to get a chest, and then also get your secondaries while you're getting that chest. And this is because it's going to take a while to cut the logs anyways, and the chest enables you to store the logs into the chest so that you can see how many your team has total. And that's useful because if you're in a trio, you need like 140 tinder, and it makes it a lot easier to basically withdraw the tinder and put it into the brazier rather than dropping it on the ground and having to pick it up again and then putting it into the brazier. So that is what you're going to do for that part. And again, for a trio, you need about 140 at most, and that's it. So once it's actually unfrozen, I guess, and it comes out as an attackable NPC, you're going to pray range, and you're going to walk between 3 squares, and you're going to attack it with a blowpipe. And the reason you're going to attack it with a blowpipe is because the tick speed of the weapon is pretty much just perfect for walking between 3 squares. You can use a crossbow, but I would highly recommend against it because there might be some situations where you do get hit with damage. Previously, people said, it's me also, I said that you would pray mage and you would just attack it with whatever, with whatever style that you wanted to. If you pray mage, it'll attack you with mage, and if it hits you with its mage attack, because you will sometimes miss the attacks if you're not like fully paying attention, then it'll freeze you, and then that'll lead to even more damage because you can't move to dodge any attacks. If you're praying range, it'll attack you with its range attack, and that one is very, very easy to dodge, and it doesn't freeze you, which is the other bonus there. And then again, you use the blowpipe because of the attack speed, just makes it a lot more easy. You can use a Dragon Warhammer on this boss, and it does speed it up incredibly. Like it's actually really useful if you use it. But just watch out for your next bosses because you don't want to end up using your specs on like the Ice Demon, and then it turns out you have Tecton next. So just kind of keep an eye out on that, and again, you can like look over the wall and see what's kind of coming up. So but that has been the guide for Ice Demon. Pretty simple boss again. One thing I should mention is that if you're in a team with like more than 15 people, this boss is pretty much impossible. I was looking on Twitter today earlier, and somebody, Zulu, he had streamed a like 60-man raid basically, and in their raid, it took, well, they banked 3k, well, they put in the chest 3k tinder, and that wasn't enough for this boss. Like, it wasn't enough to defrost it. So if you're gonna like a lot of people on your team, it becomes a lot more difficult to do this. 5 to 6 man works just fine. You're just gonna have to get more. I don't know the exact number, but I would assume it probably doubles. So maybe you need like 300 or so. Don't quote me on that, but again, I've only been doing trios lately, so I'm not too sure. And the scaling, again, is obviously pretty wonky if a 60-man raid needs 3k tinder, and that's still not enough. So, but this has been the guide for Ice Demon. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys hopefully shortly with another raids guide video.